Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Ever since the Gestapo style they used to arrest Uche Nwosu, the in-law, son-in-law to Okorocha, it has generated a lot of reactions. Of course, the likes of Adeyanju said if they had brought Uche Nwosu down, they would have actually said it was actually either UGM or IPOB that did that. But as we speak, the Anglican Church have decided to ask questions why this is so in their church. And of course, the Imo State government have also replied them. We're going to ram all these two news into one very quickly, but before we do so, like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You say bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Very quickly, the Anglican province of Owerri, Imo State, has said that it would engage the police to find out why it desecrated the church while enforcing the arrest of Uche Nwosu at St. Peter's Anglican Church, Eziama Iberi in Nkwere, local government area of the state, on Monday during a Thanksgiving service. The church said that while it supports the arrest of individuals who committed crimes, no matter how highly placed they are, the invasion of a church of worship by security operatives while the service was ongoing was unacceptable. They went further to say the Archbishop of the province, Most Reverend Dr. David O.C. Onoha, in a statement on Monday said that the shooting of instruments and dispersing of worshippers had never been witnessed in the over 160 years of existence of the church in that state. The statement reads, and I quote, "It was a black Sunday yesterday, December 26, 2021, as armed men in uniform invaded St. Peter's Anglican Church, Eziama Iberi in Nkwere local government area, Diocese of Olo in Imo State, and roundly desecrated God's sanctuary. The officiating priest had barely concluded the celebration and administration of the Holy Eucharist, ready for the end of year Thanksgiving, when armed men stormed the church. The Nigerian police later explained that it was for the purpose of effecting an arrest. Much as we are not concerned or interested in the reason for this invasion, which is unprecedented in the more than 160 years history of the church in this state, we are gravely worried and disturbed that worshippers were greatly frightened, worried, confused, and completely disorganized by the presence of heavily armed security operatives in the church service, thereby disrupting the worship of God's people. That the police jumped inside the church in a Gestapo style when the service was in full session is reprehensible, primitive, and highly condemnable. We are at a great loss why the police decided to throw caution to the winds and completely ignore international acclaimed rules of engagement and civility in this matter. The sporadic movement outside the church building sent worshippers scampering in different directions, signaling an abrupt and chaotic end of the service. While the church is in support of and have always been praying for the success of our security personnel in daunting task and challenge of securing lives and property in our dear state, every effort at bringing the perpetrators or sponsors of this crime against humanity to book, no matter how highly placed, we warn that such acts as the one in issue are capable of worsening the security challenges we are currently facing. The church will, in the next few days, engage the Nigerian police in a dialogue to truly understand the reasons behind this dastardly act and how to avoid a repeat occurrence. While this process is on, we urge all Christians to continue in prayers for God's mercy on all of us and the peace in our land. And of course, Imo State Governor have decided to also react. Imo State on Monday apologized to the public on how Uche Nwosu was arrested during a church service at St. Peter's Anglican Church, Eziama Iberi in Nkwere local government area of the state as on Sunday, the 26th of December. The statement issued by the Commissioner of Information and Strategy, Declan Emelumba, said that the governor and the whole of the state holds in high esteem the Anglican Church and the Church of God in general. The statement disclosed that the security threat posed by the development necessitated the manner Nwosu, who is a son-in-law to a former governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha, was arrested. The statement reads, and I quote, "The Imo State government is aware of the futile effort by some people to whip up public sentiment against it over the arrest in an Anglican church of Mr. Uche Nwosu. The plan is to de-emphasize the possible criminality behind his arrest by playing up the desecration of a church. For the avoidance of doubt, while they believe that no stone should be spared in the effort to rid the state of criminality and banditry, it will not support any form of disrespect for a place of worship by security agencies. In this regard, the arrest of Mr. Nwosu within the church premises could have been avoided and therefore stands condemned. While we regret the manner the arrest was made, we wish to emphasize that since it was purely a security matter, the full reason why such an action was taken will eventually unfold and perhaps guide the public better. Government therefore wishes to appeal to those negatively affected by the action to bear with the security agencies. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodinma, holds the Anglican Communion in a very high esteem and will never support any act that would disrespect their referential status as a place of divine worship. Government will continue to protect the interests of citizens of the state while not impeding the work of security agencies." Of course, this has generated a lot of reactions, sparked a lot of reactions. We're going to look at them in quick succession. Nigerians actually not, despite the fact that Imo State government has explained, they're actually not sparing him and his government at all. This one said, "It's quite unfortunate. It goes on to show that the Nigerian police are not properly trained. From the top to the recruits, their behaviors with the public on the road always shows that it's a very primitive way." Okay, this is another person's perception that the way they did it shows that they were not trained. Well, let's continue. This one here is saying, "Highly uncivilized and very barbaric." This one here is saying, "Out of point, please use your head, not only your fingers." This one here is saying, "This is overzealousness and art taken too far. Thumbs down to the Nigerian police for what they did." Okay, this one here says, "Only in Imo State, chai. Imo State don't enter one chance, so hey, this one is really getting really vexed." Okay, you guys have heard, despite the apology being tendered by Imo State governor, the people are not buying it. They said, look, there are other ways you could still have done this. You would have quietly waited for the service to have ended quietly, and you pick him up in his hometown or his house or on his way to his home or whatever, but definitely not a place of worship like the church. And they feel that starting in that manner may not see an end to it. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in the comment section. What's your take on this?